little bit. There we go.
That looks okay. I'll look at that.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! This is the special Wednesday edition of ComicGains! If you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is Princess Rojas, looking very lovely day, just like usual, doing the Princess Wave. You do too. Bow down, respect. And of course, there's the Cocoa Dog.
Oh, the Thanksgiving Cocoa. Getting ready for her feast tomorrow.
She's gonna get stuffed.
Do you normally give dogs like a Thanksgiving meal?
I don't think so.
Leftovers?
Yeah.
Dogs shouldn't eat turkey bones, though, right?
I don't think. Yeah, I think the only thing dogs want to eat is like beef bones.
Beef bones. Where are the beef
Does
bones?
it look better? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it looks good. It looks fine and dandy. All right, guys. So we got a special episode for you on this Thanksgiving Eve. If things are, that is such a thing. Thanksgiving Eve, that's a thing. We got new comic book day, and it's a pretty fantastic week. We are missing DC and Image. They were delayed again at the comic shop. I don't know if that's like nationwide or if it's just like our shop.
Probably your shop.
But we do have the Black Panther review for you. Issue number 10, which Princess actually mouthed the words "wow" after reading it. So should be pretty awesome to hear this review on this book. But before we get into any of that, what do you got, Zach, today to drink? Oh,
It's gonna get great.
sunny. It's always sunny in Seattle.
Sunny margaritas. I saw this. I'm like,
It's
what
not
the heck
always
is
sunny in
this?
Seattle.
I've never had this before, and I've seen it. Never had it, and I want it. So it's a little different, you know. I usually don't do the alcohol thing on Wednesday, but
No work tomorrow.
no work tomorrow.
No work. You know what happens when the work is all done?
Rum Springer.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe.
The kids come out to play.
The Kims comes out to play.
And you supply them with the alcohol.
It sounds like the Kims came out to play. The Kims come out. The Kardashians.
They come out to play.
Yeah.
Zach's
Yeah.
like, have some of that sunny margarita.
Open your mouth.
Yeah. All right. Some of our friends made it out to hang out with us on this Thanksgiving Eve. Thomas Cap's in the house saying, hell yeah, let's do this. Princess is here flexing as always. Joe W., what's up, Gainers? You have an awesome Thanksgiving as well. We doing turkey, ham?
And a little bit of everything.
Oh, you're doing two?
Tofu.
Doing both? You doing the ham in the turkey?
The tofu.
Just jam that ham right inside there.
And then
We got Gary B in the house, the nicest guy on YouTube. Welcome in. And Han Solo shooting first as always.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right?
Yes, as it should always be.
Any new pop news updates for you, Zach?
Pop news updates? Wait.
Updates in the comic book world or
Yeah.
nothing new?
Nothing new.
Nothing new. I did get a chance to watch Gladiator 2. These two refused to see it with me, so I watched it by myself. This may be just me, but I thought it was terrible. So I don't know if that's the consensus going around the interwebs, but it was a pretty bad movie, I thought. So
Yeah,
maybe see it when
yeah.
it comes out on DVD, if that is still a thing.
I just had a feeling it was like if you wait that long for a sequel, it'd be like coming out with the Titanic 2. Like, wait, what?
After they raise it, it like sinks
And then
again.
it sinks again. Who could have saw this coming? It's like,
Yeah, it probably would have been something they just left alone. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even Gladiator, like the Gladiator died. Just leave it alone. I was excited to see it. And it was not good. It's a sad day for Gladiator fans everywhere.
right.
Unless you really liked it, then to each his own.
I'm sure there's positive things about it. I mean, I like the Black Adam movie a little bit. And that movie was apparently garbage. So,
The word on the street, it was trash. All right, guys, let's get into it. We got new comic book day to kick off. Decent little stack. I know the only one that a couple books that I'm missing this week that I was excited for. Wonder Woman issue number 2, Absolute Wonder Woman by Kelly Thompson came out this week, which is probably would have been a really exciting one to read as issue 1 was fantastic. So hopefully I'll get that Friday and then review it for you guys next week, so you guys get a little bit of info on issue 1. But I'm excited for the for that one. And then I believe Black Canary is getting her own book as well. And so a new issue number 1 came out today, and it's written by Tom King.
Ooh.
So he's going hard, and I think it's a mini series. So he does really well in mini series if he gets like a 6-issue run or something like that. So that would have been really cool as well. I think there was like a good Catwoman Frank Cho cover as well too, right?
Ooh.
That came out this week. So couple big misses that hopefully we will get later on. Lon Espinoza in the house. How's it going, brother? Good to see you as always. And Angel, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy turkey stuffing. Right? Can you stuff your turkey with both hands, or one, or only your left hand?
I don't know. I guess you could do both. I mean, they expand quite a bit. Oh, you know, there was a
Injustice. Happy Thanksgiving.
There's a new show coming out on Disney Plus.
About stuffing turkeys?
No, Star Wars. There's a new Star Wars show coming out in December.
The Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
It's
like what is going on?
Yeah, it looks really good. It's like a cross between Star Wars and Goonies, or like, are you gonna drink a Monster too?
I'm gonna drink a Monster.
Steve Sayer in the house.
I got a head fog.
Welcome in, Steve. Welcome. Hopefully you got your DC books, because I got shorted on my DC book. Shorted hell.
That's horrible. It's horrible. It almost always happens at that one shop. I don't know.
Unless it's nationwide.
That we won't talk about. I don't know.
Let's kick it off though. We've got Incredible Hulk issue number 19. Philip Kennedy Johnson and the awesome Nick Klein, who is just killing it. You know what's special about this particular issue of the Hulk, Zach?
That one lady becomes powerful somehow.
We're hoping that happens in, but this is issue 800.
Oh,
800 issues of Hulk have come out since 1962. I'm just guessing on that now. I'm pretty sure it's 1962.
I mean, it's kind of suspicious though, if you think of it, because it's issue 1 through 6.
Yeah,
and then 102 to 800.
But any issue, like they mash them all together. But
yes,
yeah. So we're so good to see. It's an extra double-sized issue. It is an $8 book on this one. Nick Klein cover has been really good.
800 issue, $8.
Yeah, so we'll get to see what happens with Charlie. Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really worth $8. Maybe like
could be
$6 would have been better. But the artwork's good inside, and Charlie's been a really cool character, so I'm still excited to see what happens with her. It's still very like demony and weird with like the eldest and the mother of all, and like Hulk, like Bruce Banner selling Hulk's soul to her so that she could like be reborn, and then at the same time saving Charlie, and then Charlie's trapped with like these skinwalkers. It's very magical, much more magical than Hulk has been in the past. So
now Hulk isn't around anymore, but it's Bruce Banner as a Hulk.
Right at the end of that one, he like sold like his part of his body, so like Hulk is like in chains, in kind of like limbo type space, and then like it allowed Banner to get Charlie out, but it doesn't seem like she's with Banner. Like somebody like popped her out of some other hole, like it's like she's released, but I didn't release her to you.
So you're saying she's a butt baby?
She could be a butt baby.
Wrong hole, guys.
Well, let's see. Her big telltale sign is she has like a really big scar on her face that kind of covers like a large portion of it, and she kind of hides her face with her hair, and she's very like self-conscious around like other people, and that's why she gets along really well. She likes the Hulk a lot. Like they're both kind of like outcasts.
Yeah, I like ladies with scars. So.
She's cool, but I think since she's been rebirthed from that little statue, she may not have that scar anymore. I'm not sure if that was like the case on that. Ooh, Thanksgiving in Canada. You had it in October. Well, again, that's the cool thing about Canada is because you can have 2 Thanksgivings. But you can celebrate ours too. We just can't celebrate yours because it's weird. Like I can't tell work like, yo, I can't come to work today because it's Thanksgiving in Canada. But you probably get it off, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Maybe. You get Boxing Day.
Well, actually, we do get Thanksgiving off. What am I talking about?
Yeah, but we don't get Canadian Thanksgiving.
We should.
I'm gonna start asking for that. I'm gonna start folding position. Get Levi's jeans, Silver Tab. All right, we got the final issue of Venom War, issue 5. Al Ewing and Cocello. This is a weird cover by Garuso.
Yeah.
After Cocello, I wish I wouldn't have picked this cover and just got the Coachello cover because it was actually really good. Cover A was actually really, really good. And the artwork on this book has been fantastic. The writing's weird, but we're leading up to the story of the new Venom. So it's just gonna roll along with it. It's this WWF type story. It's almost like a fake Scotty, right?
It's like a 12-year-old got into the comic book industry somehow.
And isn't already famous.
That isn't already famous.
But we'll see. I'm starting to get a little bit of. So remember, like that old Dylan from the future was traveling through time, gathering things to make like a weapon, and he like sucked a piece of Molten Man out of him, which was gold, and he was making like the special gun that had like these gold bullets. Okay. And I was like, this old Dylan Brock means nothing to me. Well, he just appeared in their world where they're in the fight, and then Carnage stole Meredith's spear, who Meredith is that like end of all things Eddie, like the evil Eddie from the end of time.
But wait, Meredith?
Meredith. Yeah,
Meredith.
Meredith. It's a stupid name.
Might as well call him Patricia.
I probably should.
That's my evil version of Zach and Patricia.
But they show, I believe Venom or the suit is going to get shot with those gold bullets, and it's going to give him this gold, which is going to turn him into gold power. Oh. And then he'll become the Gold Ranger.
Or the next Super Saiyan level.
Right?
Super Saiyan 1000.
Yeah, let's see how that one goes. Speaking of seeing how it goes, we got, I almost said Something to Fear Part 5, but this is Walking Dead Deluxe 101.
But it does say Something to Fear.
Something to Fear Part 5. Oh. And you know who's on the cover?
Becky.
It looks like it should be Daryl, right? But
Daryl.
But it's not Daryl because there is no Daryl in Walking Dead.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Daryl makes the Walking Dead series.
Very true.
Along with, obvious two other people.
But the last issue, I believe, was Negan. The first appearance of Negan, I think. That should have been 100, right? Yeah, 100.
Yeah, this one.
I read that one. It was really, really good. I kind of wish I would have read it before the show. They literally steal what Negan says word for word from the book.
You had to.
Plus, minus some F-bombs. Because in the show, he doesn't drop any F-bombs. But in the book, he drops them. But almost everything he says is identical. Like, from down to a T. Like when he hits him, he's like, "Oh, your eye just popped out of your head," or like he says exactly like that, or like you like it's kind of seems like what's his face? He did do some really good acting, but the lines were definitely written from this, which I haven't noticed that with this book that much. They don't really use line for line for the show very often.
No. Mm-hmm. When you get this ultimate scene after 100 issues,
yeah,
you got to. You can put in original characters, change genders and all of that stuff. But then if you have this scene that everybody talked about for years, why wouldn't you put?
I don't see how they could have made it better. Like they needed to do exactly how they used it in there. So that was really cool, really exciting.
Makes sense.
Next up, another book that we were hoping to get last week, but we got this week, so that's fine. You can check it out. We got Department of Truth issue number 27, and it's a really good cover. This is the second book that they touched on Marilyn Monroe, and if you look really close, the guy that's in the bed with her, his face is hidden and he's covered with the American flag. I'm pretty sure that's JFK's haircut. Oh. If you look, it's got that nice part in the side. And as you guys know, if you have never read Department of Truth, it's very Da Vinci Code-ish. I think I've said that before, where it's just a bunch of partially true stories that have been twisted into a fictional story. And in this one, they kind of introduced Marilyn Monroe in the last issue a little bit. And then they alluded that an agent of Department of Truth from back in the days, because they only started around the time JFK was killed or something like that. And the book does take place more in a current time base, in our time. But they say the agent is going to be with her and following her moves or whatever. So I leafed through this one a little bit. I think we're gonna get to the point where she's killed. It looks like they may be using the pill form to kill her, or if she kills herself with the pill form. I wasn't sure. Maybe he's involved with her and he gives her the bottle. I'm not. We'll see how that goes.
Is that Wurzu cover?
No, that's the That's the regular artist for the interior.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how the inside of the book looks. Which some people don't like it, some people do. It's a little hard to follow because it's not really in like a comic book format. It looks like a bunch of paintings all mashed together, and sometimes the writing is even hard to read too. But I think it works for the book.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And we've got Uncanny X-Men issue number 6. This is the Adam Hughes Rogue variant cover. Looks good. I don't think it's not like an overly sexualized cover, but it's just good art. You know, like her face is really pretty, but it's not like, you know, not your typical lady cover.
Awesome.
Which doesn't need to be.
Awesome 90s outfit.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and Rogue is the main character of Uncanny X-Men, as I've said. She's the leader of this team with like Gambit, Nightcrawler, Jubilee is on the team. Wolverine kind of bounces from team to team, but he's currently hanging out with them. And they have those 4 new members that are on the team. And this book's kind of becoming more like New Mutants. So they're definitely showcasing these 4 new characters and having them train with the current X-Men that are with her, and they're teaching them. There is like some people that are like hunting them, than these new recruits, but they're definitely a major part of the book right now. And they're interesting. One, like, they all have interesting powers. Like one of them sort of like this gothic type person, and there's also one that rides a horse that may not be a mutant, that rides a flying horse. So it's kind of interesting.
So borrowed it from the Valkyries.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I'll have to understand like the characters' names a little bit better, but then maybe I can give you guys an in-depth analysis on the 4 new characters that are in the book. But I think they're cool. They're a fun aspect of the book. So, and they were like, there's like a point where they were like, all right, let's everybody try to catch Nightcrawler. You know, like the good old days. Like Wolverine used to try to catch Nightcrawler.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, and then he would like owe him a beer if he caught him. As well you should. Did you all get the Firestar and Spider-Woman covers from the new West Coast Avengers? No, I didn't, Gary. I didn't pick that one. I was thinking about West Coast Avengers. They brought it back, so it was West Coast Avengers number 1 came back out. And it looks like a pretty interesting team. I can't remember why I didn't go for it. I think I didn't care for who was writing that book. Like, I was like, nah, I'll pass on this one. Avengers are hard to read sometimes.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Like Jed McKay's writing Avengers right now, and I tried reading it, and it was hard to follow.
I think the next kind of series I want to read is Poison Ivy. I know it's like Marvel, but
Willow Wilson.
Yeah. Everybody's talked about it. It was supposed to be really good.
It's up to like 30-something issues.
They should have a collected by now, so I need to look into that.
Yeah, they'll collect them like at least in groups of 10 or 5.
Yeah, I should buy that
for sure. Next up, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 4. This is the Jason Aaron run. I think I could be wrong, but I believe each issue has a different artist for each one. They're doing like a different artist for each one. This is the variant cover. I've been getting the Kevin Eastman covers. He's not doing the regular cover A's, but each one 1 through 4 has showcased a different turtle. So we had like Raphael was issue 1, Michelangelo was issue 2, Leonardo was issue 3, and then issue 4 is Donatello. I'm not sure why they did it in that order. I never thought Raphael was everyone's favorite when I was a kid, because I always liked Mikey the best. But now as I get older, I feel like everyone's favorite character is Raphael. I don't know if that's true. Who do you like the best?
I mean, it's probably like a toss up between Leonardo and Raphael.
Oh, okay.
But Mikey's important too.
I just always liked Michelangelo when I was a kid. But
I always forget.
Donatello was Gary B's a Donatello fan. All right.
It's Donatello's with the stick, right?
Yeah, the smart one.
Yes. Yeah. I liked them too.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely all cool.
They're all cool.
But so this one I think they did a different artwork for each one, because that way it like shows the character differently. Because the book, this one should be all about Donatello, and then tell you what he's been doing, and then I'm assuming at the end the other turtles, they've each met up with each other at the end, where they're like, all right, time for you to come with us. The last book was really, really cool. It was Leonardo. It was kind of funny too, because the beginning of the book, he's like, you know what? I've been a human. I've been acting like a man this whole time, but I'm half man, half turtle. So maybe I should start acting like a turtle. So he goes to this place, I think it's in Asia, where they have like flesh-eating turtles. And this, I believe, is real. And they go to this beach, and like when the people of the tribe die or whatever, they leave the bodies out on the beach, and then the turtles eat the dead bodies, eat the flesh. They don't eat people while they're alive. And then like he decides this is the best turtles he should hang out with. So when he goes there, he like kicks it with them, and then they start like nibbling on his feet. And then he's like, "Hey, we're trying to be turtles together." And it's like, this is pointless. I think he decided that he should just be like a man turtle and not just a turtle.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are ridiculous. Nelvis, what's up? A myrtle. I like it. But yeah, I thought it was a good issue for sure. Each one's completely different. And Mikey was the weirdest by far. He was like a movie star and like didn't wear his bandana anymore, right? This one you guys may want to look out for. Spec book in the future. We got Spider-Boy issue number 13. This is Dan Slott and Paco Medina. Paco Medina's killing it in this book too. It looks really, really good. It's a Bagley cover on this one. It's the variant cover. And keep your eye out when you're getting these Spider-Boys because they've been tricky. They've been a little tricky because the variant cover seems to be the one you might want to go after. So this is the first appearance of Hulklet, and she's on the cover on this one. She's not on cover A. She's only on the variant cover. So if you're getting her first appearance, and then she's also her like kind of first cover appearance. The weird thing about that is Marvel did this, I think, is really smart. But also tricky at the same time. There's that new team coming out, the Champions, that are getting released soon, and I'm really excited about that. I'm definitely gonna be picking up that book. It's a whole team of mostly brand new characters. Spider-Boy is gonna be on the team, but a lot of the characters that they are gonna be on the new Champions team all had variant covers with them on it, and they're not in the book. So like Hulklet's first cover appearance is on She-Hulk #1, a variant cover. So they just put her on the cover, and you have no idea who. Just like the Ghost Rider girl, the new Ghost Rider girl who has roller skates, they put her on a random issue of Ghost Rider on a variant cover, and that book's like a $30 book right now. The Hulklet one's good. There's a new, I think there's a new like female Moon Knight too. You got to keep an eye out for as well. So
the anime Moon Knight?
Not that one.
Oh, not that one.
No,
not
that one. But yeah. Check it out. Spider-Boy's been really good. Spider-Girl just came out in the book before the issue before this. She was actually a fun character. I didn't think it was going to be that way. So Spider-Boy was hanging out with Daredevil. They're kicking it together, and then Daredevil's villain Bullseye shows up, and he has his own sidekick who is Spider-Girl, and they like fight. So she's like kind of evil. She didn't seem like evil, but she was like throwing stars at them. Yeah. So it's cool. I love Spider-Boy. Bailey Briggs is the man. Yeah, definitely slap the like button. Thank you, Nelvis. Crush it out. We've got Blade issue number 2. This is the Red Band edition from Brian Hill, who is doing Ultimate Black Panther still. He did the last volume of Blade. I wish I could tell you guys. I can't remember what issue 1 is about, and then the Red Band editions are actually kind of annoying me. I may not buy any more in the future because every single one I open is like thrashed. Like I've never opened one that was not like a VF or lower. In the poly bags are a joke. I don't know. It's a terrible idea for the red. I like the idea of the Red Band and this darker thing, you know, that's like more adult. But if there's not like nudity in it, dude, it doesn't need to be in like this bag. That like kids can't read it because they're getting destroyed. The books, like every single one, like I'm done with the Werewolf by Night book. Because it's just like all the issues are like a wreck. What's the point of like? I mean, not everything's for resale, but like at least you want like the option of not having like a wreck book. Nuktek! Happy Thanksgiving, buddy. But we'll see. The Blade one, I remember the story was good. But like I said, I don't know. Red Band.
Yeah.
Get it out. The polybag sucks, guys. Like, no more polybag. Last. But certainly not, well, second to last, but certainly not least, we got Amazing Spider-Man issue number 62, and this is the Ed Kelly. No, why do I keep thinking that? Ed Kelly, right? You fixed it for me last time, Zach. We got
Is it Dave? Dave Kelly or no?
Oh, I cannot remember once again, but Ed McGuinness and
Art Kelly.
I can't remember. But there is, it's really fun. There is very nice Scotties that are going with these as well. So you get the regular cover A and the Scotty one. If you look in the corner of the Scotty too, there's that gravestone, and it tells you which book of the 8 deaths it is. So that's got 2 on it. So this is the second issue. Kind of looks like Spawn. It does a little bit. It does look like Spawn. So this is the second issue of the 8 deaths of Spider-Man, and it's an interesting story. It looks really good because Ed McGuinness is, I think, a very good artist. Geekpin, what's up? But as you know, Doom is the new Sorcerer Supreme, and he has tapped Spider-Man. He like shows up and he's like, "Hey, I need you to do something for me."
Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly, an easy one. Joe Kelly, thank you, Zach.
Okay.
He's like, "I need you to do something for me," and we've been locked in this battle with Sidorak, basically. Like Mortal Kombat. It reminded me a lot of Mortal Kombat. So he's like, before Doctor Strange was the guy fighting Sidorak for the control of the world, and you have to fight these battles against his champions. And if we lose, then they get control of our world, and if you win, then they don't. Which is basically the
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, yes. And luckily enough for Spider-Man, he gets a brand new costume, which is like his magic-based costume. So it's like part Doctor Doom metal, but with magic, and he also can die 8 times. So he already died once in the first book. I'm assuming he's gonna die in each book, but he's fighting like these really powerful magic beings that are like the champions of Sidorak. And as he dies, he gets 8 lives. So he's already died once, so he's down to 7 lives. I mean, I could waste like 2 of them in one book. That seems like the smarter route to go. And then he has like a whole book where he doesn't die, and you're like expecting him to die.
If only it was 9.
But we'll see. It's kind of cool. They kept with the numbering, so we're on 62, then start back over at 1. Even though it's a whole new group. But is Joe Kelly going to be done after the 8? I don't know. I think so. It might be. We'll see. We'll see. And last, but certainly not least, we got Black Panther issue number 10. This is Brian Hill and guest artist Nito. I think it's normally done by Caselli. There's the normal artist who I very much like. And Nito did a pretty good job on this one. There's a couple points I didn't care for in his artwork. But yeah, we have been reviewing all of the Ultimate Marvel comic books as they come out. Black Panther has been really good so far. And if you need any extra backstory, check out some of our older issues on it. I don't think we need to get too in-depth on it. But the only thing I didn't recognize right off the bat was, said he recently got stabbed by a knife. Do you guys remember that? He got cut by a knife? I was like, did I miss an issue?
What part of the book did you say that?
In the opening credits, where they're like, last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I didn't read that part. So I'm like,
I didn't remember and then T'Challa got stabbed by a knife, and I'm like, when did that happen?
I think he did, but I can't remember who did it.
All right, fair enough.
I think it was just over. Didn't he like get surrounded by a bunch of people, or is that a different? No, that was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right.
You ready for the reviews then?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Ultimate Black Panther issue number 10. Let's see how it goes. This was a quick one.
Yeah. Disappointed that Shuri did not make an appearance. They mentioned her. But it starts off with you got Khonshu running in an alley, and Moon Knight Khonshu/Moon Knight running through the alley. I'm assuming he's Khonshu, but
I think he said something like he's like going by Moon Knight now or something. Like there's Khonshu and Ra, but then like he's starting to call himself Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. And he's running through alleys and all this cityscapes, and Black Panther's like coming after him. He's like, it's time to take your soul. Do gods bleed? We're gonna find out. And he's just talking all this crap to Khonshu or a Moon Knight, and yeah, and Moon Knight's taking like a little. Anyways, I'm not gonna say that word because we'll get flagged. But he doesn't say it
right now.
He doesn't say it in the book, but you know, I just want to add a little extra like flair to it. And it's an epic battle, but it's really, really one-sided. And Khonshu is just, or Moon Knight is, yeah, he's not performing.
You can say one or the other. You can just say Khonshu. I mean, I know what you're saying.
It's like it's not performing.
I know what you're saying.
You know, it's just like a, you know, Master Green Beret going against a semi-professional, cage fighter. It's not good. And of course,
I
Moon
feel like
Knight
that'd be a
somehow
pretty fair match.
no
A semi-professional cage fighter?
semi-professional cage fighter.
An amateur cage fighter gets a green
a
beret?
green beret would toast him. He probably wouldn't even see him coming. Just come up behind him and snap his neck. Anyways, he pulls off a heart-grabbing maneuver, but it also goes through the body. He just slams his hand through Moon Knight's chest. Yeah, Black Panther does. And it's like, you were so gods can die. And then sees this like shadowy creature. It's like, hey, I own you now. You were always mine. It's like, oh, no, I'm not. It's like, well, there's only one way to make you free. It's like it shows Black Panther trying to remove his vibranium armor, because the shadow is obviously the vibranium, possibly god or something. It's a little bit confusing.
Bast?
I don't know if it was Bass. It might be someone else. It's some shadowy creature, and it's
Never
like
trust the shadowy creature.
yeah, and it shows it's horrible. It's like you start moving, and it shows his like under skin and everything, and it's like screaming, and then it shows him without taking out the mask, and he's up in his bed. It's like it was all a dream.
Ah, surprise! Yeah, I know, but I actually thought that was happening
Yeah,
when he
me
like
too.
rips out Moon Knight's like heart, and then I was like, oh snap! And then they're like, surprise! It's just a dream. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, I think he's on the ground in front of his throne. Apparently, he was wandering around, fell asleep on his throne, and then fell down on the ground. And then, of course, his wife found him, Okoyo. It's like, what are you doing down there? It's like, I had another one of those dreams. Why aren't you in bed, Moon Knight? Not Moon Knight, Black Panther. I keep forgetting Moonlight.
Everyone's Moon Knight. Yeah, it's a Moon Knight.
It's like these, and he's saying like these dreams I gotta understand and I gotta like process them myself, because this is the future. Moon Knight is gonna be defeated. I've already seen it. And he feels like, well, you need to start like taking care of me, Shuri, because Shuri wants to go to war, and Wakanda. It was like, what are you doing? What the heck? He's like, I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it.
What if he like turns bad?
He could.
I feel like he could.
Starting to like get like maybe evil. Maybe he's gonna try to take out Moon Knight and Ra, and be his own god, a vibranium god. I actually don't know, but it could be.
That would be crazy.
And then it goes to a really cool. This is a really cool scene. It goes to a ship, riding along somewhere in the ocean, probably the Atlantic, because that would make sense, because they're going to Wakanda. And it's like, we've been on the ship for quite a while, I believe. Storm says, or no. Oh, the lady says that. The lady, the magic person.
Inan.
Inan.
I-N-A-N. The sorcerer. Yeah.
Yeah. You almost gave it away.
Well,
but
I think they alluded to that.
Well,
Ardu, what's up, buddy?
No, they did not. Well, I don't even think they said their name until this issue right here.
No. But I looked it up. There's nobody named Anon. So it's like a new character. I mean, at least. It's a brand new character.
Is there a character named Nani? They're very
the Nani?
The Nani.
This is the Nani.
Best of the sorcerers. Yeah, she's like, ships are slow. It's like, hey, they're Storm says they're slow, but they're safe, and it's the only way I really want to travel. And then she's like, let me know about Wakanda. And he's like, they have a king that's isn't really ready for the throne, and gods are trying to take over the nation. And like, oh, that seems kind of interesting. And like, and you want me to help?
Nanu.
You want me to Nanu. Robin Williams. It's like, you want me to become Inan, the God Killer? I kind of like the sound of that. I do like that.
This is the one part that, like, the artwork, I didn't like how he drew Storm compared to how she looked that the other artist drew her.
Yeah.
Like, her hair looks different in that. It's like he, like, forgot what Ultimate Storm looked like and drew her like regular Storm. Not that regular Storm doesn't look good, but it doesn't look like the way Storm's supposed to look.
Yeah, a couple issues ago,
she had short hair.
Yeah, if you look through the covers, not the covers, but the interior, the person drew Storm beautifully. It's
Really
like
good.
master level. This one's like basically drew her as if she was made of clay. Everything's kind of
clay.
like bulky and like I don't know.
Which is funny because he drew Okoye good, but I didn't draw Storm very well. I don't know.
No.
It looks, yeah.
And they drew this Inan person pretty decently. She's a fun character. Inan. Yeah, she's pretty cool. And anyways, like Storm is asking, is like, hey, why did they capture you? It's like, what's going on? What's with you? It's like, oh, it's like I have powers and people of science don't really understand it. So they try to capture me and understand it, but you can't understand it. It's like, we're like very small. We're not, it's like, I'm like this way, but there's much more than the universe. Like she kind of gives like an example of it by calling off this gigantic mega shark from like Shark Tornado or something.
It's like a megalodon or something.
Yeah,
it's like they're in a giant boat that has
big.
like those like
shipping containers.
Shipping container boat, which is huge, and the giant whale shark
like twice the size.
It's like 10 times the size of that little ship.
It's like, and you did that? It's like, yeah, nice party trick. Jeez, like I think they crapped their pants a little bit. And then they show, as they were talking, they show this helicopter coming in. It's like, what's going on? Are they here for us? And then Nan's saying, they're here for me. It's like, isn't the people that captured you? I don't know. I make a lot of enemies. I'm like, what the hell? And they start firing off of Storm and Killmonger.
You know who she kind of reminds me of a little bit? Zatanna.
Oh,
she looks like Zatanna.
Yeah.
But she can't be because that's DC. But like she has like the button-up shirt like all the way to the top too, and the side hair like flipped over.
Some people can pull it off, other people can't. It's like I don't know. The sector, it's like a certain style that some people can carry off. Like I think Ruby Rose kind of did a little bit.
She's gotta have the right shaped head.
And then she broke her back because of it. That's a bad joke. That's a bad joke. I apologize. That's a bad joke. So bad. I'm horrible. Anyways, now she's getting attacked. Like or they're all getting attacked. Like, and then now it says I'll handle this, and then she like puts this big force field. It's like she's screaming power. It's crazy. And then she's like, now I'm gonna take control of this helicopter and smash it down go down. She's like commanding this to do exactly what we want. And of course, the Megalodon also is like, eat! Comes up and devours the whole helicopter and the people in it in one gulp. And of course, people got shot and Killmonger got shot.
Yeah. It looked like a serious wound too.
It's a very serious wound. And then it's like, let me handle this, Anon says. And she was able to accelerate his healing.
I didn't like that way
which is kind of weird.
Like the way that, not that it was a bad way that they said it, but I was like, that doesn't sound like a good thing. Like they were like, I'll make a time bubble around the wound and then make the time go faster so that the wound heals. But that would it give the assumption that that part of his body is now older?
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't sound like a good thing either. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'd rather have my wound healed, but
yes. And then she kills us and Storm's having a kind of a little bit of crush on her. It's like, you can do that. It's like, when I'm motivated. I don't know. There's something weird going on.
New favorite character.
Yeah, I like the Anon lady.
Anon?
I like magic characters. And then it's like, you know what? Anon says, after all this, we're taking too much time with this. We need to speed this up. So she puts up her magic hand with the magic formulas that somehow gets shown up in the air.
What is it? And this?
And well, maybe later. That's and then she starts screaming again. She's a screamer, guys. What can I say? And suddenly she does an outfit change. She's got the Sorcerer Supreme outfit on. It's like, let's get going. So says the Sorcerer Supreme.
Where were those clothes?
I don't know.
That's the magic of Marvel.
The dark dimension.
The clothes just appear from the dark dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like we knew she was gonna be the Sorcerer Supreme, but that was kinda the big announcement. The cool thing is the next issue, she's on the cover. She gets her own cover, which looks pretty good. Although she looks a little dark and evil.
Yeah, she looks a little evil. It's like maybe she's like the daughter of Dormammu.
I don't know. I looked online. There's nothing, no word of her of like Inan as like another character. So a lot of people are speculating that she's a brand new character, which is kind of cool. But yeah,
You should look it up if there's a character called Nani.
there is.
Nani. Wait, no. I can't say that.
What is the cover of the week, Princess? Before we let all you guys get on to your Thanksgiving Day parade. Do they still do the Thanksgiving Day parade? They have to, right? Cover of the week for Princess.
Yeah,
It's a tough one.
A lot of places do it.
Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah. Thanksgiving Day parade.
Oh, okay. Adam Hughes Rogue is the cover of the week. I could agree with that one. That one looks pretty good.
Nice.
I do like the Scotty one. That one's kind of good with the bug spray.
It's a little
That's
like
a close.
darker. It's a little darker version of Adam Hughes. Not darker as in like dark. As the cover's a little dark.
Yeah. Sometimes he does that though. He did those weird ones for Spider-Man that were like those weird like Halloween ones.
What is it, Delato? What the
heck? Speed it up so she can start screaming. Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Do us a huge favor right now. Stop what you're doing. Hit the like button for the princess. She loves it when you guys do that. Please subscribe to the channel so you can keep hearing these awesome content that we're laying down. Tons of new stuff to come. We got reviews and all kinds of crazy things. But also, leave a comment down below. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hopefully you guys have a good thing. I am thankful for all of you guys that we get to hang out every week and talk comics because it's the near and dear to my heart. Anything else, Dad?
I'm thankful for times with friends and now you put me on the spot. Friends and family and everything that's like positive. Yes, the three.
And Coco.
Very, very thankful. Hey, and you guys share, of course. And how you do that is eat so much turkey and also watch ComicGains for as much as you can till you pass out because of all those turkey games.
Yeah.
Turkey puts you to sleep, guys. It puts you in the good sleep.
Don't forget about the TG.
Is that what it is? The
Turkey Games.
Oh, Turkey Games. Like, what the heck?
You got a case of the TGs.
Oh my gosh.
Could happen.
Oh my goodness.
All right, guys. Until we see you next time, stay safe and remember.
Gobble gobble. Get those games.
Get those games.
Every single one.
I'm working on it. Getting my sling ring. Would you think it would be weird if I just wore a sling ring